Right. Everything seems to be working. Right. Oop. Did notice my mic is a little bit loud. We'll just soften that. Hopefully. Okay, so got it working. You can cast spells. There is now hit detection, as well as the actual attunement detection, so the book that we're casting with, right? So it should be nice and easy to just add in the different spells and do their spell effects. Essentially, all we have to do is tie the hit command, which is in here, right? Instead of saying hi, it does an effect, and then this one, instead of being this basic particle effect, it actually does specific particles that we want, right? Balls of fire, whatever we make, and then of course, instead of an armor stand, it is now end crystal, right? Seeing as we're attuning with an end crystal, I thought that was flavorful, at least, to stick in the middle. Okay. Where do we begin? Oh, probably with the commands, right? So we've got the tagging of the spell, if you will. So depending on the book, it gets tagged with X tag, indicating that it's attuned to those elements, types, whatever you want to call them. We have hit detection, hit cleanup. What we need is probably 2 more templates. One that is the particles, so it'll be something like spell underscore particle, and then the actual hit. So we'll call it spell hit effect. I think that should be easy enough to remember. Right. These are the 2 we need to really work on, and they will just be blanket, if you will. So what I mean by that is, in here we'll have function run, then the different actual types, right? So we'll have spell particle underscore, and then all the different types. That way we can keep them nice and separate, clean, and easy to adjust and customize however we want. Which means we do have to set up a lot more files, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So the first thing to do is decide how we want the particles to look. Right, before we focus on actual effects, we'll deal with the particles. So in this initial version, I only have the particles emanating from the armor stand, not the actual extra hit detection markers that I spawn around the armor stand. But I think that's fine. I think that's what we'll stick with. We'll just copy one of these over, right? Use it as a reference. We can stick that in the particles. Obviously, instead of all this, it'll be S instead of what are we even doing here? We won't even need that. It'll probably just be execute at S. As long as it has the entity. So as, that is backwards. Right. So that's basically all we need to set up for the particles, which should again make it nice and easy. In here we do execute as at S, at S. I did backwards again, didn't I? No. Run function, Runechant, affinity, underscore magic, / spell, underscore particle, underscore whatever we come up with. Then in here, we are just looking for the tag. Right, I think I can actually stick this in a different one, a different controller. Can I? Clean up his markers, so I can stick the marker stuff there. Hit detection, I think I can. Because that's running every tick as well, so I might as well stick them in the same file so I don't have to search for the armor stand again. So copy this over. Could rename hit detection to something else then. Alright, so we need 12 of them. I wasn't really counting. 4. 1 short. Then in here, all we have to do is look for the tag. So I believe they're just, well, I might as well just look it up. Affinity spell. No, sorry, affinity spell and then the element. Do that for now. That one can stay. Get rid of that. Cool. Copy this over. So this will allow us to search out just the armor stands, or the spells, if you will, that have the specific attunements. Right, so we have to fill in all of these. Ancient, I always... Nope. I'm trying to learn to touch type, so new words, or words I'm using more commonly now, are done through muscle memory. So if I, space out for a second, I forget, like celestial, unless I type the whole world. The whole word, I can't type it. Even that's... Well, here I know it's IAL. I'm bad at touch typing, if that wasn't apparent enough. In fact, growing up, what I used to do, I would put the sheet of paper over the computer screen, so I could just look at the keyboard. Enchanted, and glacial. So that one should be capitalized. And glacial. Golden. What comes after golden? Nether. Nether, ocean, overworld. Overworld. Sky. Either of these should be capitalized. And then lastly, soul. And that should be all we need to do. Save that. And now that spell particle, what we can do is we can delete that, leave that in, get rid of the particle effects, save it, exit everything because we don't need them anymore, add the little underscore, and now just copy that 12 times. And we can set these up as the different attunements. So again, a little bit of typing. It's not as bad. In the main map, yeah, the initial version, I had, I think, like 24 or something different spells. So I'll probably end up adding them all in slowly. Also, Deep Dark. Enchanted. And, glacial. Ugh. Golden. More to go. No, ocean's meant to go first. Fine. I'll go to the correct order. Sky. Don't delete the full stop. I did not. And lastly, soul. Cool. Now, more typing. Although all we have to do is select the particle. Which should be nice and easy for a lot of them. Ooh, that is the wrong control tab. No, it is. Pretty sure it's still alt tab. Just because I wasn't clicked on the box. Ancient. No. Selecting the particle. Squid ink is what I use. Item, Minecraft, Nether Star. Who's this one? Deep Dark is Shulk Charge Pop. You need the one with that? No. Good. Glacial, not enchanted. Totem of Undying might have to be changed. Same with the item ones, because they drip a bit too much. I think I'll go with Reverse Portal. Snowflake. Item. Art. Gold. Actually, I think if you go with Block, they don't trip. Nether, flame. On ocean. And go with fishing. Overworld. Composter. Is it Tur or Tor? Tur. Sky? Yes, Sky is electric, spark, and finally, solar sun. Okay, let's see. We'd have a greater particle effect now. Sort of. We need to disable this one. No, okay, so they're not working. I broke something. What was it part of? Hit detection. No, so that's still working, interestingly. Save all. Right. Summons the markers, and then it looks to see has the correct tag. All files are correct. Yep. Maybe the tag is wrong. Affinity spell ancient. Affinity spell ancient. That's fine too. I know it has the tag, right? Because the high command is still working. So just why is it not displaying the particles? Maybe this is wrong. Oh. Time, set date. Maybe it's how often that function's running. Should be running every tick. Yeah, so we look for the arm stand with the affinity spell, and then we run spell hit detection. Is this one? Any typos? Affinity underscore magic. Affinity magic. It's fine. I misspelled particle or something. Oh, particle underscore, then the actual particle. So that should all be fine. Tell you what, we will take this command, the hit detection, take the nether one, stick it in the command block. It's always active. Take the particle command as well. Right. So now if we cast no particle. Alright, we got E equals arm stand. Light adjustments. Oh, now it has the particle. So where am I going wrong? If we change this now from that to instead be the function command, run function, copy and paste is what I should be doing just to make sure it's not my typing error. Right, so if we run the function now. Okay. That's the function. The function is wrong. How is the function wrong? Function was the exact command. Execute as at s at s. That's fine. We're still determining at s, yes, as the affinity. Also confusingly, why am I running a function? I shouldn't actually need to. Should be able to just stick it in here. Anyway, let's see if that works now. It's not like I'm adding in any extra commands, so I'm just running this step for no reason. Alright, so we know it's not from that. Yeah, so curious case. I mean, yeah, no, this doesn't exist. So I've done a typo somewhere. Runechant. There we go. You know, if I want to add stuff to it, I'll keep it separate, actually. But all of these need to be fixed. Instead of rune, be rune. Alright. That should be better. Now it should look like we're chucking fireballs. Yeah. The only other thing I'm going to do is I'm probably going to scale down the end crystal. Right, because I'd like it to be the core of the spell, but not be bigger than the spell. So that can be done by just adjusting resource pack, Minecraft, models, items, Runechant, Misc, and crystal. So this scaling, we're going to actually, I don't know, halve it. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, so it's tiny now. You can just briefly see it. I think that's better. Or we can try one as well, I suppose. But size 1. It's a bit more apparent. That's not bad. What's it look like? Also need to add in particles for the cast animation. I think that's fine, right? Leave it at no. I like the small size. Right, it's there, but it's not really the core of the spell. Or I should say it's not really the main projectile. You can see it, you see it. And also, it sort of makes it feel like it's going quicker as well. Because of the smaller size. Traveling, obviously, at the same speed. Okay. So that should be all the effects. If I go ahead and make myself all the books. One. That's 9. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That would be nice if there was a way to copy exact stacks. Because obviously I can make 64, but if I could make less. We are going to fill up the slots. Then do loot. Give us affinity. Runechant. Ancient. This one might be worrisome because squid ink is usually a lot bigger than everything else. Deep dark. We did enchanted spatial. How many is that? We already did nether. Those 3. I got 1 spot left. Okay, craft all the books, which I actually need. Impaling, the direct line. And miss horribly, which means they're all going to stack. Ugh. Oh, I've got to attune the hearts. Okay. Let's try the ancient spellbook. This should shoot the squidding. I mean, it's not horrible. It's obviously a lot bigger than the fireball. Yeah, I think that's fine. Also need to change the text. Instead of casting a line, it should be hurl a projectile forward or something like that. This is not in a straight line. It's actually really hard to do a straight line. And then also be able to, cast at different angles. But it's nice that you can, lob it, right? So if you aim up, you can hit in front of you. I should be able to throw a stack, right? It should get even. No, I was good. Damn it. I said it so you can only do 1. Means I have to do this. You can hear it chiming away. Cool. Fine. Everyone's done except you. Okay, so now we should be able to make the other books. 1, 2, 3, and a book. Celestial. Celestial's a bit wonky. Have to tune it so the particles. Slash give it, you know what actually would look better? Rather than the nether star. Glow. Glow is what I use. Celestial. And same with the raw gold, I will have to come up with a different one. This should look better. Yeah, somewhat. So I haven't been looking at the TPS. Right, so when we cast, how bad is it? Well, there's actually hardly a spike. Despite there being a lot of different stuff running in the background. It's pretty nice. I don't know how I feel about glow. If there was a way to condense it, right, but it's already at pretty slow speed. You know what I need to do? Rather than testing it this way, we'll cheat a little. Right, if I go like this, and we just go 1, show me what it looks like. Apparently not, because I'm executing. Right, so that's essentially what the projectile looks like. Even if we, increase this, or decrease the speed, I should say. Speed doesn't affect this one. Versus if we go back to item, Minecraft, Build Star. Right, it's got that drip. You can't. You go to 1, it shoots out though. We're doing 2 zeros, right? The max slowdown usually. Yeah. But I can increase the size instead. Right, increase the particle count. Up it a little bit. Try and give it a better feel. Right, so you're chucking a bunch of just stars. Place that back. Now from the spell tome. A bit better. The weird drop at the start is kind of... Ah, and the one is really bad. I mean, if we get this one down, we can copy it for gold and the Totem of Undying, essentially. It's not horrible. I think that's fine. We'll also have to adjust cast speeds. Though that in itself will be a whole bunch of other math, and probably just a separate file. Okay, we'll copy that over for gold. We want the particle stuff for the Totem of Undying, which is enchanted. So we can go back to crafting books. Really gotta make sure not to delete the books. Crafting is a little bit slow. Also have something interesting planned for the attunement. Right, it gives buffs and debuffs depending on which parts you give it. So, for instance, if you feed it everything, crazy stuff. That's what I want to do. Hey, Dominic. Which books are we missing? Soul and Sky, I think. No, I should have the command somewhere. Sky. Soul. 1-1. Hang on the bin now. Ah, right, because it's not tuned. Keep forgetting. Here's our Soul Spellbook. And lastly, Sky. Okay, now we can test everything. Yeah, that one's not too bad. You'd probably move the electric spark up. That was definitely better. When was this? Ancient looked fine. Overworld. Ocean. Glacial. Golden. Celestial was fine. I need to increase the particles on that one. Oh, not too bad. The more particles you feed it, the more it's going to look like a ball. But I like the idea of being able to add more things to the spell, and then that's affecting the particle. So almost these first initial ones be very basic. Cool. That is not raw gold. Golden. Raw, unskulled gold. Quite a bit of gold. Yeah. We have Enchanted, Deep Dark, and Ender. Yeah, I think that's fine for Ender. I like that with the bubble popping. The issue is, you can tell with the Ender, right? See how it's spaced? Is the projectile's moving too fast in terms of when it actually generates particles? We almost want to generate the particles offset so that they connect together a bit better. Stuff to think about for the future. And then the Tome of Undying, which I think is fine. It's what looks the most like experience. Let's leave a see trail though. Anyway, that is the particle effects done. Now we actually have to do the magic effects. Right. Point of shooting stuff if they don't actually do something. Ugh. So, we have two ways to do it. Right now, this is the basis. So executing at the spell, if you will, and then detecting if entity comes in one block. The other way to do it is entity and detect if the spell comes in. Not sure which way is better. I think if I keep it this way, right, I can also then delete the spell if it hits something, which would probably be better, right? Or at least in some circumstances have the spell delete so it's not always piercing. In which case I still need to set up a new entity check. Because right now we just have arm stand and marker at separate. But we want one that's the unison, which also means we're probably better off taking this and pasting it in something else that then splits it up. There's no point running the 3 checks. It's better to sort of branch it. Run 1 check into the 2. So, I don't know if we do spell entity underscore type. Right. We get rid of the arm stand, so it's just looking for anything with that tag. And then from there we can go into the 2. That also means we can run the hit function off of this. So, spell entity type. P is before P. Copy these 2 over. Because again, we're trying to, you know, make sure that we don't go crazy with the lag. Theoretically, nothing I do should affect it that much, but you never know. Okay. And then we just want execute as S. And in here we insert all the different tags again. Similar to how we did the particles. Alright, which actually I can make this nice and easy if I just copy them over. I remember what I called them. What did I call it? Effect? What is that? I don't know what that is, so it's blank. I can delete it. That's what we're working on now. Detection is where we had it. There we go. Instead of spell particle, we want hit. Yeah. And then in here we can have all the different effects. Means we do have to make more files. It's fine. Right, save all. Template. So it was spell underscore hit underscore. Hit 12 times. And rename them appropriately. Lost track. I forgot the G's. That's what. Golden. Ugh. Overworld. Ocean. Sky. And alright. Before we go through them, just gonna take a break. Just the favorites record, and you can watch the pretty lights. That was an accident, and you got out. Bad guinea pig. Okay, we'll just proof test these, I think, and then I'm going to take a long break. Essentially, all we need to set up is in these files, the spell hits. Ooh. Might have to change the cleanup one to something else. So they're nice and organized. Same with detection. The detection need to change for other reasons. Okay, so just in here, all we're going to set up is this, basically. Right, so we don't need that. We just want to do S, add S, add S, and then as E, run, say, hit. In this case, we'll say sol. Right, we'll just say the affinity. I think that should be fine. That should just prove that they're all working. It's what we want. And then I can go in and I can put in all the effects. It'll probably take a little bit longer. So I want to, balance them around the bows and the melee. Celestial. Deep. Dark. Can you do spaces and say? You can probably, of course you can. Enchanted. Also, I should really be copying from before the say. And a Wender. Same thing. Glacial. Golden. Did not need the space. Nether. Did it again. Ocean. Overworld. And then sky. It's still debatable whether or not I want to delete the thing. Alright, so if we save all, reload, also be able to shut that one off now. Right. Then grab out our husk friend who escaped. Grab out any of the books. As long as we hit him. Yep, perfect. So it says ender, ender, ender. Right, let's hit him. Only thing is changing it up so it doesn't multi-hit or something like that. Well, I mean, if I use the damage command, they'll get the immunity instances, right? So that should be better. And then I'll just do whichever spell has the highest damage. And then I can just tie another particle effect. So that's probably the easiest way to do it. In fact, not hard. Right, if we just change this to damage at S. Do we use magic or do we use specific ones? We probably use magic, so it's piercing. Maybe. But if we do... I always forget how this goes. Damage at S, amount, then type. Right. I don't know, we'll do like 2. Magic. Indirect magic? No, magic. Right, and then I can balance all of these to have different damage. Or, for instance, like Sky, if it calls down lightning, I can have it do that instead. Fire, set fire. I think just basic damage is a good point to start. You just want to make sure it doesn't, just instantly delete entities. That is actually a little bit balanced. Kind of sad that I typed all this out just to replace it. Okay, so if we hit you with this, you should flash red. That was a bit high, it went over him. Yeah, so he took 2 ticks of damage, which is good. So that can sort of control how many instances it shows up. I mean, for instance, like, if I were to cool down lightning, I would have to make sure to clear all of the spells, right? Otherwise, it'll just spam lightning for all intervals it's part of him. There you go. How many casts that was. So I think that's the go. Right, so again, nice and easy to add stuff in. I just continue with this line of commands and just add the effects in here. I'll probably tie in the affinity stuff and do some sort of unique effect per element. And then the customization, right, is what we got to get to at some point. Essentially, I want to add slots where you can add lore tags in, and that will give you access to greater amounts of spells, similar to how I've done it in this older map. Alright, so if we find wherever it is, over here, the way it works is you can you create a spell tome, has these empty slots in the lore tag, and then you can change it up. Right, you can add in these different name tags with names on them. So gravity would add the gravity spell to your book, and so on. I think that's going to be the way to go. Same with the weapons too. Have some passive abilities you can customize them with. And then finally, that is the combat system down. I will continue to work on miscellaneous stuff in between different things. But then all we have left is mobs, and the pack is finally good to go. Right, I think there's enough meat on the bones, if you will. If I grant myself all the advancements. Right, I think I have added a sizable chunk of stuff into the game. Right, to have some fun. Make it interesting. Mobs are the big one, right? Same with bosses. They're obviously the thing everyone wants. We got multi-block structures, we have weapon poisons, we have rune crafting, we have tinkering, and we have just Runechant. Anyway, we will leave that there. I will do some of the more boring stuff, right? By my lonesome, then we'll come back and show it off sometime. Hope you enjoyed. Anyone hanging around, thank you. Anyone watching post as well, thank you as always. There's spellbooks if you're interested. There are 5 different varieties per, and they each have different art. That's the other sort of hurdle, right? Is me doing all the artwork is slow. What can you do? It's fun. It's a good little project. It's a good little hobby.